Safe? Is it safe to come out? Whoo! What is happening out there? What is happening? Our bags are disappearing. Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing okay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How much down are we supposed to endure? But yeah, it is what it is. The show goes on. The show goes on. I don't know. Maybe you've capitulated. Maybe you haven't. The bears are in full force out there. Bitcoin fear and greed. Extreme fear. It really did hit the markets hard today. Again, never a dull day. You never expect it to get. Yeah, you're always got to be ready for this chaos. But yeah, it is fucking brutal out there. But yeah, hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you haven't overinvested. You're absolutely shitting yourself right now. Not a nice time. Not a nice time. But we're here. We've got to deal with it. Move on. So tonight we have had a tremendous start. Last couple of weeks we launched the Diamond Certificate Store. Diamond Certificate NFTs have been selling like hotcakes. Many people getting their hands on 28 NFTs in preparation for the Diamonds launch. So we've kind of had a pump last week in Blaze, real serious pump last week, but we've kind of been leveling out again for a week now already. But good things ahead, and our friend Rich Landon is going to join me here tonight. We're going to dig into some of the stuff that we've been posting on Twitter through the Blaze account, to give you a little bit of a insight as to what some of these tweets mean. We do think that many people, probably because of the market, aren't paying too much attention to some of the fine details in what's coming with diamonds. So we're going to cover what the Diamonds protocol again, and then we're going to dig deep into certain things that we think people are kind of missing at the minute. So, Rich Landon, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. I'm unaffected.
Unaffected, nice, like it, love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I know a lot of people are in pain, but
yeah,
I'm busy spending money on projects, so I'm not really invested.
yeah. It's funny. I suppose recently, since taking over Blaze, I've spent a lot less time in other people's crypto Telegram chats. I've spent a lot less time in just general crypto Telegram chats. So even today, I haven't even seen much of the reaction to what's going on in the market. I haven't seen, I haven't been in TG to hear people talking about the pain and freaking out, but I'm sure it's fucking brutal out there.
I'm texting something real quick.
Yeah. So let's get a quick look at what what is going on out there. Let me see. Stick the middle finger up if you're not here. Crazy. Let me see what I've got here tonight. Well,
now this is actually the benefit of DCA, and right, this is absolutely a prime case of if you're able to DCA into the market when we're at bottoms, when we're touching bottom, when we're going lower, you get better entries. You average your prices out. I know it's hard to invest when it's blood. I mean, it seems like the selling picked up this afternoon since I left work. So
yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't. I was when I logged on here tonight, doing a little bit of work around the house this afternoon. It was low this afternoon, and I was doing a bit of work around the house. I was away from the computer for about 4 hours, and just logged in to see ETH down near 3,000, down 98,000. Tight necks under $100 a billion. Like, woo, that's big dumps. Because even this last couple of days, Titan sort of going close to that all-time low, hanging around, fighting to stay above $120 a billion, and it's completely capitulated below that again. Even over on Pulse Chain, Pulsex almost down to 15. It's four zeros and 17. It's sitting at, Pulse down to $26 per million. I don't even know if during during Pulse Wars, Rich, I don't even know if Pulse got that low.
I can't remember if
Yeah,
we got yeah.
It did, yeah. It actually topped down around $18. Yeah, it went under almost 17. So it's still got a good bit to go for all-time low. But yeah, I really didn't see Titan X really plummeting to a new all-time low. But lo and behold, here we are. You're right, DCN. I suppose the thing about DCN, Rich, is most of the people that are in the coins and the ecosystems that we're in, most people have been here for a long time, and the DCA'd into their positions a long time ago. People need to come up with fresh capital, I would say, to buy these.
Yeah, this is probably the 1,000th dip they bought by now. Yeah, it's pretty difficult to just nonchalantly say that, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're in this industry. It's a matter of when are you still here, or do you believe it's going to turn around? I would like to know what's causing the current sentiment sell-off. I mean, I don't think the government shutdown is the reason. It might be an excuse. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see what it is. I mean, I've been seeing talk about quantum computers coming in a few years, going to be able to crack anybody's wallet code. I don't know about all that, but hey, that's out there. It's in the news cycle. How that could be FUD, purposely driven FUD, I don't know. Yeah. You basically, you know what? I gave up. I give up trying to guess. The other day I posted, this is the last red weekly candle. The market stuck me the bird and said, you don't know shit. And we dipped really hard.
Yeah.
And that was just 3 days ago I said that.
I know, man. I know how many times it felt like we're on the verge of something revert. Everybody was getting super bullish, thinking that Pumptober turned into Dumptober, and everybody was like, right, okay, all the talk is of liquidity and liquidity cycle, debt cycles that we haven't even begun alt season yet. But there's and we covered it for a full hour on the anniversary stream. Full hour. Penny did a great job showing us what's coming to the markets, and it's turned. I actually asked the chat to see if anybody had some opposing views to invite them onto the stream here tonight. Obviously, nobody ever fucking turns up to, but what do you call it? The I don't know what the cause
my
is.
Current take is, why even bother ask anymore? True. It's not worth the trouble.
Yeah. So there's Titan X right now, under $100 a billion, under $100 a billion, and it's already pulled back up a little bit. Shit. It's already pulled, but it doesn't look like there's a wick on that candle, but I believe there is, because I did see it a bit lower earlier. Maybe not. Maybe it's just dipped below. Anyway, there you go, folks. If you've capital on the side, would you dare buy Titan X at $100 a billion? I remember I can't believe it's almost. I thought buying at around January time this year at $400. I was actually on stream going, whoa, can't believe it. $400 a billion. And look where we are. And even that is 75% down. So, much to be said about DCN, but fuck. You need to be DCN.
Yeah, I mean, so if you think about this, ETH was down to what, half where it is even now. It was half of this earlier in the year, maybe, or late last year. I can't remember when. But anyway, the moral of the story is Titan X wasn't making new lows, and here we are making all-time lows right here.
Yeah, I mean, when was that? Back in April?
Yeah,
Top
1400.
1400.
That was April this year, right? So look at that. We're not even there, and we're making all-time new lows and tight necks. So this is this is bear market for this ecosystem for sure.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. So
Anyway, I'm still here, not going anywhere. Remember, I said you couldn't blast me out of here.
yeah, it's nearly need a little moment of silence for tight necks there.
Actually,
Uh,
I mean, yeah, it's so hard. It is so easy to say this, but the truth is, it's painful because if you got many thousands invested, you're feeling it right now.
yeah.
However, the flip side of that, the silver lining is prices have never been better. It's depending on how you want to look at the glass. The fundamentals hadn't changed. I dare say the buy and burn balance hasn't moved, so it's still there.
Sorry, I'm a bit all over the show here with my screens tonight in this new setup. Yeah, okay, Blaze, quick look at Blaze as well. Whatever's going on in the wider market, we don't really know exactly what is. I mean, it feels like manipulation to me. Again, not financial advice. I don't claim to know. It's so difficult to read anything. That's why I just stick it, stick it out for the long term. Hopefully it's hope all I can do is hope that it's not turning full bearish, but
It's it's more probably it's probably more wealth changing hands here because, like I said, the ETH is not at all time lows, but Tightnex is. So whales are giving up, and that's wealth rotation.
yeah, okay. So Blaze, we got hit pretty hard today, but I would say most of this is one seller there's kind of maybe panic selling 340, 324 bucks worth. But I think it's just being pulled down by the market rather than people actually selling their Blaze today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
It got a little overheated. That's okay. Um, there's still very thin liquidity.
Yeah. Okay. Let me remove this. What do you want to look at first, Rich?
Anything. I'm wide open. No, no preconceived plan.
Okay, give me a second here then yeah, I need to remove that. Okay. Diamonds. Diamonds. Okay. So hard to believe, Rich. 11/11 is 1 week away. Diamonds Protocol launching in 1 week.
Man, that is less than 1 week away. Just under
Uh,
just under 7 days.
yeah, so are you aiming for 11/11 on 11/11 sometime in the world on 11/11?
I never actually thought about the time, but I don't see why not. That sounds good.
Yeah, which time zone do you want to be 11/11?
It would be awful hard to nail that exact moment though. It's a sequence of things you're doing when you're launching a protocol. But yeah, that sounds really good.
Okay, NFTs. The NFTs went on sale almost 2 weeks ago. So this was an initial thing to kind of forgetting about the Blaze Diamond Hand ticket, but the idea. What was the idea behind launching the NFT sales before everything else?
Yeah, initially I thought let's just launch those early so that we can do two things. We can build community around it, yeah, around the launch, get people excited about what they're seeing, the new website style, this interactive approach, this animated look, And then the other was, let's build up a war chest of buy and crush, buy and burn, have that ready before the token even launches. And I'd have to say that it is out. I did not expect to have this much participation. To be honest, I didn't know what to expect. We were just really trying to think, okay, why are we doing this? Just didn't quite know the reason other than those 2 points I made.
Yeah, no, that's all good. But the participation has been pretty good so far. I mean, digging into it, there are 775 diamond certificate NFTs minted so far, which has put, as you say, it's put 35 grand worth of ETH. That's at today's price, this low price of 3,100 bucks. So this can, ETH gets a little bit of a pump back up. You do many times see a complete reversal of the dip happen within a day or two. So hopefully that happens. Who knows? But we've already got 35k of ETH put into your diamond crusher for when the protocol launches. Now that may not seem like a lot of money, but whenever that's going to be backing a liquidity pool that has maybe $7,000 in it, the $7,000 worth of value in it, it all of a sudden does become a decent amount of firepower to back up a chart and a pool of that size.
Yeah, and in fact, I know of 2 participants that are not in this pool yet, not including me. That's going to, I think another 7 to 10,000 is easy to expect. So we'll be looking at 40.
Same. I mean, the thing about this is I'm really glad people did come rushing in quite quickly. But the reality of this is there was no urgency to get into this. So thank you to everybody that's participated in it so far, because again, crypto people do like to be pretty last minute and jumping in before deadlines. I myself, Rich, I've only minted one also. So I know I'm going to be adding a little bit more firepower to this bucket as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking to in the later part of this week in a few days. So yeah, I know I'm still have some to mint and 2 other sources I'm aware of. So I could easily see us in the 950,000 ticket range, and the prices couldn't be better. Even with ETH dropping now, that means your ratio is cheaper, the 0.014. So yeah, I'm not going to miss that. I'm not going to miss that.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't bought ETH, or if you do have capital on the sidelines, I mean, the drop at the minute, the 0.014 ETH, $46 each. They were 56. I think they even hit as high as $60 a couple of weeks ago. So they're a decent discount on them with this dip at the minute.
Yeah, and I can tell you the thing that I keep thinking about that I can't get off of is that these tickets will own the Blaze Diamond Hand pool after day 889, because I just really don't see a case where there'll be 4,000 Blaze tokens sitting around for people to stick in the Diamond Hand Club on Blaze. So if that's the case, these NFTs they're reusable, after it resets on day 889.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just take a quick dig into this. All right. So there's in the Blaze, to get a Blaze Diamond Hand ticket, you can stake 4,000 Blaze, but that closed. That closed on day 365. We're nearly on day 500. So that entry is long gone. And the only other way then is minting 28. It still says Blaze Wars NFTs here, but it's minting 28 diamond certificates. Now, here's the secret sauce. I've been posting about this and screaming this from the hills for the last few weeks since we posted the actual rules of the Diamond Hand Club. So whenever we pass day 888, there's 400k, there's 414k worth of ETH in the pool and 467 claims on this pool. Whenever we tick over day 888 into the next Diamond Hand pool, it resets and everybody needs to come back and claim tickets again. Now, the thing we've been touching on, Rich, is that 4,000 Blaze could be very difficult to get your hands on in over a year's time, because a lot of it's going to be locked off the market. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, right now you're looking at 467 tickets. I mean, it would be hard to imagine that we would get to 500, but after that, I would see it definitely slowing down. But anyways, we were at 455 when this locked down on day 365. So that will always be the starting point that we had the tickets starting to go into this total. And yeah, just so imagine this: on day 889, this 467 goes back to zero, and the only people can re-enter the next pool, which is less than, well, just over a year from now, are the diamond hand tickets or any Blaze tokens. So now we're looking at a total of 25 currently, and so maybe we add 25 more, so there's a total of 50. And then maybe if somebody can find 4,000 tokens, you might have a couple people do that. So you're talking 50 something tickets, or maybe even 60 you could get there, but you'll never have this 460 again.
Yep. And the little thing is that it's whenever you mint 28 diamond certificates, you not only get into this pool, but it actually enables you to re-enter the next 88 day pool with the 28 NFTs that you already have. Now, if you sell the NFTs between now and then, you can't use them. You have to mint them and continue to hold them all the way through. But for an NFT, it's going to continue to earn you ETH. There's not really much point in selling them, especially if you know that it's a key into all future 88 day pools in the Blaze Diamond Hand Club. So
yeah, I mean, this is a total bonus what we're looking at right here on Blaze, because that's not even the main driver. It is very beneficial, but
that was always just tagged on because the feature was always built into Blaze from the start to add an NFT down the line. But for diamonds, adding it into the Diamond Hand Club for Blaze, it was just an additional bonus. It was never really meant to be a selling point. But it was just with that when we dug deep into the way the code works and realized that it gets you entry into future 88 pools, it was like, holy fuck, it's a massive, massive bonus.
Yep.
Okay, so plus we've seen this ETH balance closing in on 600K before. So bullish or bearish, which way is that going to go? Hopefully up, hopefully way up. 2 months ago, people were calling for $20,000, $30,000 ETH, and all of a sudden we're back down to 3K. So what will time will tell what way that's going to pop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you can see here we're 66% of the way through. 6 days to go. This started off at 21 days. So 775 diamond certificate NFTs minted so far. Okay. Anything else you want to touch on that, Rich?
No, pretty much covered that. I would think. We've been covering it 10 ways to Sunday. Pretty much covered that. I would think. Whoa. We've been covering it 10 ways to Sunday. I got my in the background peanut gallery.
Peanut gallery. Love that term. Do love that term. All right, let me get this off. Stop screen. We're going to bring up. I'm going to have a look through the Blaze feed, and because we've been posting some of these bullish scenarios for not only for Blaze and for diamonds. So I kind of want to have a look, quick flick down through what we've been posting, and maybe it'll come up with some nuggets of alpha for people tuning in tonight. So
Down in the crypto holler, there's a gem called Diamond Bright. 4 ways to join the fun, each one standing on its own right. Pick 1, 2, 3, or all, no strings to tie 'em tight. Check the white paper for details, it'll set you straight tonight. Oh, diamonds, shiny diamonds, independent as can be. Mix 'em up or pick a favorite, works for you and me. Diamonds, shiny diamonds, easy ways to win the game. Yeehaw, grab you, holler out the diamond's name. On 10, 20, 225, the store opens wide. Buy diamond certificates, we're here to hold them with pride. Earn these rewards every 28 days, steady as the tide. As long as you keep them NFTs, the goodies keep on coming inside. Oh, diamonds, shiny diamonds, independent as can be. Mix them up or pick your favorite, what's for you and me. Diamonds, shiny diamonds, easy ways to win the game. Yeehaw, grab you, holler out the diamond's name.
Cracks me up every fucking time.
Yeah, that is the best.
All right. Shoot. Okay, just highlighting. This was what are we up to? What were we up to there? 775. So I've had another 4 minted. Was it 775 there, Rich? Was it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I mean, we have had somebody's minted 5 today. So people are, going in and not minting 28. Some or maybe they were stacking another 5 to get to the 28 number. But this was a post put out today, this earlier on today. The difference between the two shots here is exactly 28 NFT. So somebody came in and hit the button, minted 28 in one hit, and claimed their diamond hand ticket.
Mm-hmm. I think it's important to point out that not everybody is doing the second step. Not everyone is going to the Blaze protocol and participating, and maybe that's intentional. But I hope we do reach the people that think they're in there automatically.
I'm sure we will. A long ways to go before people start to miss out. Whenever this protocol kicks off, there'll be a lot more action in the Telegram. People talking a lot more. We'll reiterate this many times, but yeah, if you have 28 NFTs, you still have to go to the Blaze DApp and claim your diamond hand ticket. Good point, Rich.
Yeah, so only 12 have been added to the Blaze side, and there's 25 eligible.
Okay.
So over half have not.
Okay, so yeah, if you're watching tonight and you have minted 28 NFTs, you need to go to the Blaze DApp and click participate to get your diamond hand ticket.
Why don't you show them that step real quick? Just cover it again, I guess. Just go through the motions if you can.
Yeah, of course I can. So you've minted 28 diamond NFTs from the site. You got to come into the Blaze DApp. Go to Tools, Diamond Hand Club. When you connect your wallet, it will show you your eligibility here, and it will then say if you're eligible and you have minted 28 NFTs and you're still holding them. Once you connect your wallet, this will tell you participate, and in there then you can click, and it will tell you that you have 1 diamond hand ticket.
So it's actually 2 steps. The first step is to check eligibility.
Yep.
And the second one is participate.
Yep. Well said. So yeah, make sure you come here. You wouldn't want anybody missing out, but plenty of time for the claiming of the actual diamond hand tickets. Once you've got your 28 NFTs, you'll earn rewards in diamonds every 28 days regardless. Okay. If anybody is unclear about some of the stuff, if you're flicking down through the Blaze page, the full rules of the Diamond Hand Club are in these 4 pages. I broke it down into 4 pages because it kind of shows how you get them from Blaze, how you get them from NFTs, how you can combine them, and then just a quick summary at the end. So a nice look at the DApp. So Blaze, when posting the ROI, okay, what's your take on how the Blaze auctions are performing at the minute, Rich?
I'm glad to see that we're only 6 days away and those things are still filling up every day. And sometimes there's a profit for people to take and sometimes there's not. But the fact of the matter is, what, 400 days later in operation, it's still active. But in
Yeah.
6 more days, it's going to be quite competitive.
Yeah. This kind of so when it puts the selection to 10, the power 10, that's putting in 0.02 ETH. At today's value, 0.02 ETH. At today's value, that's $65. So you can see here at this minute in time, the ROI this morning started at about 1750, 1750%. So like an 18x started at this morning, and as each participant came in, we've already whittled all the way down to 2.74%. Now, obviously, you're going to get a discount. Even still participating with $65, you're going to get a better price participating in the auction than you are going and market buying. So it's worth checking this every day, just to see where we're at. Titan X Utils. Let's bring that up actually. Titan X Utils. Oh, Titan X Utils. Auction protocols. Just giving the guys a shout out here. You can come along to Titan X Utils every day, and we'll actually open the calculator. This is a paid feature though, isn't it? The ROI calculator, Rich.
Is it? Yeah, auction. Yeah, you got it. Scroll down now. It's trying to come up. Yeah, there below.
So this isn't. I mean, I suppose looking at this minute in time, it's probably easier just to go to the Blaze app and check what the ROI is. But yeah, just giving the guys a shout out. Dukes and Keto done a great job putting this site together. If you do, it's a quite a good place to have a quick look at what's going on. Ecosystem minus 100, minus 100. So if you want to participate in any other auctions in the Titan X ecosystem, you may as well ring me up, send me a message, just give me your money. But if you go to Blaze, you will get some positive ROI. And it's like this, it is like this every single day. Every single day. Although no, some days, sorry, that's not correct. Some days it does close slightly below a positive ROI, which is actually quite good for the protocol. It means that there's people that are hungry for the tokens, that want to get them through the auctions and fill these auctions out. The auctions filling out every day does stop an arb opportunity for opportunists to come in just to eat any positive ROI there is each day. Participate in the auction, claim their tokens, sell for a profit. Fair play to anybody that does that, but that opportunity, it'd be nice to see if that opportunity didn't arise too often. Helps the Blaze price be able to go up if the auction closes out to zero every day. Now, we've been covering that a lot. Okay, we don't need to say too much more about the certificates. Sure, we don't.
No, we're good on that.
Okay, so I actually put this poll out. There's only 15 votes on it, but which price can pump hardest on Diamond's launch? Diamonds or Blaze? Pretty close on opinions there. The as the creator of Diamonds, what's your thoughts on that, Rich? Not financial advice, obviously, but which price chart has got more fundamentals built into it?
I think for sure, in my personal opinion, the diamonds will pump harder, but it'll be like a rubber band. Then when you start to stretch, the Blaze will come along. So if you consider the starting point where the rubber band is not stretched is where they both are. And then diamond runs forward with us like you're stretching that rubber band, and Blaze will come shooting up with it.
Yep. So thing will move. Okay, not financial advice. Nobody knows, but I think it's programmed that the possibility is that diamonds could run first. but we'll see. We've only got a week to wait until we know how that performs. Okay,
Speaking of the peanut gallery, if the peanut gallery shows up, they will push the price up.
Who's this? Utah Crypto right here, Grayton. Always, brother, always. All right, quick math, not financial advice. Maybe somebody with a little bit more LP skill than me might know if this is correct or not. But when you stick stuff like this into ChatGPT quite regularly, just to see what kind of affects an amount of dollar value coming into to buy on a buy side can pump the LP price. So I was doing this calculation based on, okay, so whenever this launches, you're putting up diamonds at X28. Call it what sort of ratios are you looking at putting whenever this thing launches? Well, maybe that's putting you on the spot to give away information that you haven't decided yet. But we did talk about putting about $4,000 worth of X28 on one side. Was that right?
Well, it was actually written that it would be 1 ETH worth.
1 ETH. That's right. Yeah,
but I'm going to stick to the 4, even though ETH has dropped to 32. So yeah, the 4,000 is pretty much fixed on the X28 side.
So I mean, this calculation for the liquidity pool with, I know it says stable there, but the stable is just the opposite side of the pool. This is assuming there's no sales, and the stable side, i.e. the X28, doesn't really change in value. If it goes up, happy days. But yeah, for 50,000, we were looking at the buy and burn. We've got 30. What was it? 35K worth of ETH there at the minute, with hopefully a good bit more to come in. I was estimating having a kind of minimum of $50,000 of buy pressure. Now it's not all going to get used at once, but it's just nice to look at some moon maths now and again, especially whenever everything's fucking blood red. But yeah, 50K worth of buys without any sales on an 8K LP can rip the price roughly 180x. Seems a little bit excessive. What's your take on that?
I guess I might be a little biased, but I almost feel like because the blaze supply is so thin, because there's so little to go around, that we could almost buck the market for a bit. And considering there's 100-day miners, that's 3 months. Do we not think the market will rebound in 3 months? I mean, if we launch with 4,000 tokens, with 4,000 X28 and pair that with Diamond's tokens, it's going to be pretty limited supply on the market. And with, like you just said, 50,000 of ETH available, and then that's not even counting the miners that's going to flow in the first week. And I can tell you, I know of at least several people that's going to invest that I've onboarded, and they're looking forward to this launch. And maybe there's quite a few others. So we could see 50 on each side, 50 on miners coming in and 50 on buy and burn sitting there to pump diamonds. So we could almost have our own market going on here, despite the conditions.
Yeah, a little bit like Titan X last year when it was ripping when nothing else was doing anything. This was a little hint. Nona, who come on the stream, build on Titan X, come on the stream on Saturday. Thanks for appearing, running through his build on Titan X site. But yeah, a little bit of alpha here. We have talked about where potentially the price of Blaze could be after the 88-day pool closes, and storing up 4,000 Blaze might be a really fucking smart play. Could be.
What would be fun is to get this. Go back to Nona. Click on his profile. Let's see if we can get that website that he told us about, because I tried to find it again and I couldn't. Is it listed there? Build on TitanX.com. Yeah. What would be kind of fun is to create a Like last year with the Blaze launch, we had a competition for videos. Suppose we create a competition for articles or to go into this website for that. I mean, that's, if I understood this right, we write articles to post here, and we can maybe run a contest for the best article.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, over what was the builders part? Let's see, new. Maybe it was in news. Was it? Stay updated. Builders tutorials overview. Get docs. Wouldn't be docs. No.
We could run a contest for the best article and keep maybe 5, or if we get that many, and run 5 articles.
Just, we get that many.
If we get that many.
Yeah. Whenever we did that, whenever we did the giveaway for the 28 NFTs, when we made it nice and simple, people were fucking all over it. Writing an article.
Well, I mean, people would have to basically write an article about the Diamonds protocol and what they like about it and what they see in it, and basically this is how you create the competition. Now the question is, what prize you give them?
Yeah, we just give away more NFTs.
Yeah, no, we can't do that unless we buy them and give them. But that doesn't do them any good.
We can't mint them. That's right. It's the way it's hard coded. Yeah, we can't even.
But anyway, the point of the matter is, I like this idea here, and it would be kind of a need to think of how to engage with it.
Just going to kick me back. All right, sweet. I didn't want to go all the way back to the start of the feed. I'm trying to get to another post that we can dig into a little bit with some. Okay, for you, what's the most bullish thing built into diamonds at the beginning here? What part stands out for you as where there could be fundamentals on the price, or where scarcity comes from?
For Blaze or diamonds or what? I mean,
diamonds.
So the scarcity, the unique thing about it, in my opinion, is it's not actually opinion, it's fact, is that it's limited by the Blaze output. So everyone understands the Blaze output. We're down to under 6,000 tokens per day, and with a 20% buy and burn, it's 1,200 less than that. So you're looking at roughly 4,800 tokens per day. So your diamonds, once you remove the circulating supply that's in people's wallets, and they either come into diamonds or stake them on Blaze, that's only choices, or hold them. So you got 3 choices, I guess. But the point of the matter is sooner or later, you're going to remove circulating supply to a point where auctions will become your main source of supply. And if at that point you're looking at 4,800 tokens a day, that's not a lot of supply coming out when you think about a market that reaches across the world.
Yep.
So that supply is pretty limited as it is. So diamonds, by default, will never even reach that, because the moment it goes into mining diamonds with the Blaze supply, and then if the ROI gets really attractive and people start exiting there or forfeiting, they're going to forfeit a portion of their minted amount. So right off the bat, they're getting less supply than went in. And not only that, you got a buying crush that's active, removing supply. So that's reducing from what the Blaze initially started at. And then if you got people going into diamond exchange every week, they're having to get diamonds off the market and put into that exchange for ETH. So you got so many mechanisms that is reducing the supply. Diamonds will be ultra scarce.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as that, people mining diamonds, putting in, they're going to have to find some Blaze. They're going to have to match the Blaze with ETH. When they put that in, if there's a positive ROI for them and the amount, if they're waiting 100 days to get their supply, and there is an ROI, after maybe 10 days, and they claim and sell their diamonds for a profit, they're going to forfeit that other 90% rather than waiting the other 90 days. they're gonna forfeit so much diamonds. Now, why? What? Okay, so why would anybody? What would enable an ROI to appear for people after, sooner than 100 days? Is that simply going to be from potentially the diamond's price going up in value, or is there anything else to think about?
That's primarily the reason. So on day one, once we launch, can you imagine such a case that nobody would buy one diamond?
No.
So if you got that scenario playing out, you got users in the community that believe in diamonds. So they're going to be wanting to, let's just imagine there's ETH that starts filling in the diamond exchange. And if there's no diamonds exchanged for that ETH, by day 7, somebody's going to go get some diamonds and try to claim that ETH, because at the end of day 7, if no one's in there, it rolls over to the next week. Those funds.
So just explain quickly the diamond exchange.
It's basically a forfeit. You go get diamonds and you forfeit whatever you want to put in the exchange. You're going to forfeit that for your share of the pool. So if you bring one diamond and you're the only diamond, you get 100% of the pool.
And then how does the diamond exchange fill up?
I'm sorry. It takes 20% of the ETH that comes in from every miner and funnels into that pool.
Okay.
Every week, every day, every week.
So somebody comes in, they participate, they mine diamonds, they put in their call it $1,000 of ETH, $1,000 of Blaze, 20% of that ETH, so $200 will go directly into the diamond exchange. Now, at that point, nobody has any access to the diamond exchange. Nobody at all, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and there's no other way to get people are going to be mining, and they're going to be mining for 100 days. 100 days, everybody has to go in for 100 days. So nobody has any diamonds yet. The only diamonds are what's in the liquidity pool or what people have bought out of the liquidity pool. But immediately there is a 7-day reward pool, the diamond exchange, that there's going to be ETH sitting in. To get access to that ETH, you have to come along with diamonds somehow. Bearing in mind, there's none on the market for 100 days. So anybody that wants to try and get their hands on the ETH that's in that pool, they're going to have to buy diamonds essentially and
off the market, initially, or else early claim. And what I would say, they would not early claim until the ROI has proven that it's worth more to claim and forfeit whatever balance they haven't earned. And that has to be more than they put up to get those miners started.
Yep.
So let's just imagine, like you just said, you put up 1,000 ETH and 1,000 Blaze. So now you got 2,000 invested. So if you wait 10 days and then it's so attractive and you want to forfeit, you're only going to get 100 tokens. So those 100 tokens need to be valued at $2,000 for you to say, okay, I'm breaking even. Well, you wouldn't necessarily want to do it just to break even, but what you would want to do is break even if you had tokens to then go into the exchange and make a profit.
And at that point, if anybody wants to do that, they're going to be forfeiting. They've already put their Blaze into the system that's going to get used and used to benefit other holders. They've already put their ETH into the system that's going to get used in the system. But they're going to forfeit the actual thing that they're getting for all that.
It's amazing. Yeah. So the Blaze is in the system. They have to acquire new Blaze.
Benefiting everybody in the system. The ETH
the Blaze is the Ethereum's in the pool going into the buy and build.
Yeah.
And then you getting forfeiting early. So you're only getting a portion of your diamonds. You're forfeiting the rest. Then if you take those diamonds and put it in the exchange, you're now getting ETH that's worth more. So you already broke. Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry. So the Blaze and the Ethereum equals $2,000. The 100 tokens has to equal $2,000 in ETH from the exchange. anything over $2,000 and you're in profit. So you can take the profit and go right back in and create your another miner. So now you're putting more Blaze and more ETH in the system, but you don't care because you've made a profit recently on that turnaround or round trip, whatever you whatever. You get my point? I'm making any sense?
I don't know, Utah, is he making any sense?
He's making sense to me, but I understand the protocol also. So all good.
The big thing for me with this is the fact that whenever people do early claim, they've already put, if people early claim, and there could be really big and good opportunities to do that, and not even just to, not even to use it in the diamond exchange or anything, but to sell on market for a profit. If that it's just the fact that all that Blaze is going in to get staked to earn more money. It helps the Blaze protocol build up. It helps those reward pools. All the ETH is sitting doing all the work that's built into this protocol, but they actually have left all that value in the system to take a quick profit out of the liquidity pool, which is getting filled up again at the other end. So it's kind of, it's a
compounder's dream here.
I just love the fact that they leave all their value. Like, yes, they can run off with a profit, but they leave so much in the system.
Most people want to go into a mining protocol, get some tokens and dump them on the market, take that little bit of profit and go right back in and do it again. This is a miner's dream, a compounder's dream, which I think a strategy would be to you can't set ladders because every one is a fixed 100 days. But if you have multiple miners and you say, okay, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to cut this one loose after 10 days, or actually I wouldn't do that. Get closer to, and I probably shouldn't be giving financial advice here. I'm not. This is a scenario that could play out. Let's say it that way. You could someone can leave a miner at 7 days, leave the next one at 14 days, and the next one at 21 days, and 28 days, and you every week in the diamond exchange. But if you have to have multiple miners running in order for that to make sense.
Now, even to do that, how much fucking buy pressure is there on the Blaze token?
It depends on what your miners are worth when you start them. But again, like if you use
you get even a couple. Okay, so at the minute the buy buy volume on Blaze might be the buy volume on Blaze might be anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000. That's only in the recent kind of pumps and stuff. So say somebody wants to participate in this diamonds protocol with up to 5K, there's going to be a lot, there could be a hell of a lot more buy pressure on the Blaze token than there has been just by this thing launching. Never mind what it actually does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think this. We said it recently. This protocol is built to pump, and I just can't wait to see it in action because this is an experiment, but it looks sound.
Can you pull up that flow chart?
No, we're going through these 4 points first.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, I can. If you really want me to, of course I can.
Well, yeah, because I want to explain something.
Okay. But that sorry, I'm really sorry, Rich. I got sidetracked again. Didn't get this thing updated for you. But is that black version is it the TL draw link in our Telegram?
Yeah. Let me see. I can make sure it gets more in your face type thing.
I meant that other one, not the TL draw, but the other one.
What one?
The one that you had your son make for us.
Oh, yeah. That's actually back up. Not being very highly technical here tonight. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Where do you want to look?
So I really want to look at the blaze. So you guys were talking about the blaze that's coming in. Well,
Yep.
only so the only blaze that can ever hit the market again that's coming in is what's paid out to stakers and Genesis. So all that other blaze that's coming in is getting restaked by the Diamonds protocol.
Yep. So that's
So
disappearing. That's max staked as well. 2,888 days. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So how much liquid blaze is there going to be available? Because if Diamonds is staking it and it's already like 70% staked in the Blaze protocol from stakers, and people need it to come in. Now, if you combine that with the deflationary aspect of Diamonds, so people come in and they're saying, okay, I want to claim my Diamonds early. Well, that's less Diamonds that are ever going to hit the market, because once they claim early, then that was a one to one with Blaze to Diamonds, but yet they claimed early. So now those Diamonds they were never created, let alone hit the market. Because they're only created when you serve that certain amount. So Blaze is going to be ultra scarce. Diamonds is going to be ultra scarce. And so I don't know. I mean, there's just does scarcity built into Diamonds in the way that it benefits Blaze and Diamonds. I just love the way that these two protocols work together.
It's fucking unbelievable. I really hope when this thing launches next week that something, either it's the ROI or some green candles from pumping somehow, that catch people's attention and people come and actually see how well this thing's put together. I mean, just the fact, like you say, 80% of the Blaze coming in to the protocol. So anybody that wants to participate in Blaze or in Diamonds, it can be automated how it gets the Blaze for you. But, 80% of it gets staked away for, Blaze. The reason Blaze performed well as a staking protocol was that the incentive to lock it up for so long. And obviously that disappeared. Diamonds brings that whole scarcity thing back. One of the best things about Blaze was I think it was at one stage like 85% of the supply that had come out was staked. That's dropped now because it inflates every day. But this could really start to fucking ramp up that staked Blaze percentage again.
Yeah, I'd like to add something there. So there's 2 million Blaze staked right now by previous users. If there's I'm sorry, not if there is certain circulating supply of approximately 700,000 Blaze right now. So given that, and if we get, I guess, a few more months down the road, they'll be close to 1 million. So what I'm getting at here is if Diamonds is successful at attracting miners, we could potentially have 50% of the current Blaze stake for the Diamonds protocol, which means the people who minted those NFTs will be starting to get half of the half of the output that's being put out for ETH rewards on the Blaze side. That's what's paying the Diamond certificates, their rewards. So that's going to be significant. That's why I envision that Diamonds will overtake the Blaze staking, and it'll take some time to get to 2 million, but we'll equal it at that point. And I hope people would not continue to worry about being diluted, because by the time we equal 2 million, we will have so much ETH poured into the system that the current Blaze stakers will be benefiting from that new ETH. So they might lose token share rate, but they can increase in token ETH reward amounts.
another thing to add to that is once this ecosystem reverses and once this market reverses, Stacks is going to kick up again too. And Stacks only market buys. So Stacks will be looking to buy some Blaze, but it only buys off market. It doesn't go into auctions. It anything Stacks does, it buys off market. So that will help with the price also.
I never
And
thought
then
about that.
Yep, and it will also stake and it will get a share, but like I said, it only ever market buys and it never sells. So there's just another way to lock up Blaze supply. So I mean, the market conditions, what can I say, Ali? I'm not allowed to say. Let's just say the current market conditions are less than desirable, right? They are a little less than desirable, but these are the time that the good moves are made because we have a 100-day period for your miners to become, completely, vested, and that's February 19th. And so if you're looking at it now, everybody's bummed out and things are less than desirable, but the plays are made now. And if people start getting people want those diamond tickets for the next 888 day pool. They're not thinking about that right now, but you can get that right now for half price.
Yep.
But right now it's less than desirable. People aren't really paying attention, and we all got a little PTSD and that. But the plays are made now. We've got 100 days. So
I absolutely see, regardless of this current market sentiment, that this protocol's setup it's not bear market proof, but it is resistant, meaning you got to have Blaze tokens to be able to sell them down. So yeah, there are some Blaze holders right now, but I'm pretty sure that most of them want to get in diamonds that are sitting on quantities. So therefore, once that gets put in, if it gets put in the first week or two, now you have a lot less circulating supply. So therefore, if ETH is cheap, who cares? It's cheaper to get the Blaze auction. That's why I say I feel like this could be bucking the system for a bit. I don't know how long, but
Let's go and take a quick look at the Blaze holders before we move on. Blaze token. This is important, actually. When you go to Cow Swap, Rich, you touched on this, but I had this comment in the Telegram. So if you're looking to buy or sell Blaze, obviously it's paired with Titan X. And Uniswap doesn't like the route ETH to Titan X to Blaze, but when CowSwap does it fantastically, but CowSwap I think works out Blaze and shows a price at this something similar to what's shown on Etherscan. So whenever you're doing a transaction, it looks like it's way off and shows like a slippage of 80%, something like that. But if you actually if you're not playing, if you just actually go and do the transaction, it actually CowSwap does the transaction at the correct price. That may seem like a massive risk to people, and I don't understand why they wouldn't do it. But I did a small sale today, just to test it out, and it worked perfectly through CowSwap.
Yeah, I have done the same, and I've come to ignore it. But this is ridiculous. This is a bit annoying to me that Etherscan can't pick up the correct price of Blaze. And I'm kind of thinking this is related to the V2 liquidity pool that has been set up, and that's the only one with any substantial liquidity in it. So I think that's the main issue there. So we have a plan to launch, at least I do, to launch a V3 Titan X Blaze LP right before launch. I would prefer a higher Blaze price, but I'm going to start a LP with Blaze and Titan-X on V3. And this is because we have designed an Oracle in the protocol, but it would only help things if there was a more stable price. And also, people don't want to look at that. We just don't want to look at it. If it's not $1.54, then don't tell me it is.
Yeah.
Another thing too is that we have the switch.win front end right on Inferno's website. So you can go right there and swap if you want, or you can go to Titan-X Hub and do it right there. Those are all CalSwap front ends. So
Okay.
yeah, you can just go right to the Inferno homepage and swap anything you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Good
what
point.
actually happens is once it puts your order in, it sits there and waits for a chance of once, is what CalSwap stands for, and it's looking for your best price. And so it finds that best price eventually. It just, for some reason, can't quote it or can't publish.
What's it stand for?
What?
What's it
Chance of
stand for?
once. CalSwap,
Chance.
COW is chance of once.
Chance of once.
It's a
Nice.
chance
Okay.
of once, yeah.
Nice.
But
Didn't know that.
they made a nice little cliche or a little acronym for Cal in the Moo Cal.
Yeah. So just a quick on the holders again. You were mentioning about holders of Blaze. Some of these accounts that have got these bigger amounts, 26,000, 28,000. This has been accumulated recently. So think on that. What you may. Hopefully they are stacking to enter into.
If they was in it to sell it, they would be selling right now.
Yeah, I mean they could have been selling into the massive pump last week.
So you could look at a good portion of that is going into diamonds, and they're waiting for diamonds to launch.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're mentioning we had a chat around the diamond exchange. So the scarcity of built into diamonds, obviously tied to Blaze distribution model. The diamond exchange is that pool where users simply have to, especially in the beginning, simply have to buy and send their diamonds to the crusher, to the diamond exchange, to get crushed and get a share of the ETH supply in there. What is this number 2, the diamond crusher?
Actually, no, users don't. Basically, this is a buy and burn function that you would find like on Titan-X or anywhere.
Yeah.
This doesn't benefit the user in any way except a small incentive that might be available when they call the button. To me, I mean, leave this for the active people. I don't even care about. I mean, whatever. It'll get called. Somebody will call it.
Yeah, but I mean, just it's there. It's going to crush. It's the fucking buy and burn, so it's an integral part of the protocol.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, other than that, yeah. So it is integral. In fact, this is 100% of the proceeds from the diamond certificate sales is what funds this, and then another 20% from the payouts on Blaze get funneled into this crusher.
Yeah.
So 120%. Well, not really, but 100% of the sales of NFTs are going to fund this diamond crusher. So that's the money that sits in there right now, 35 grand. Most likely we'll get to 50 by the time we launch next week. So that 50 grand will be sitting there ready to start being utilized.
Yeah. So this is just, this is kind of all the ways there are to fucking remove diamonds from supply. Only a maximum, whatever the Blaze supply is, liquid there at the minute, is going to cap what's there already, and any sort of ROIs popping up in any of the features in diamonds will incentivize people to incentivize ways for more supply to get crushed. Diamond Vault Crush bonus, we've never actually dug deep into this. Do you want to give us a quick heads up of what this Diamond Vault is, Rich?
It would be akin to the what was that? Longer pays better, bigger pays better bonus. Was that on Hex? Started on Hex. Yeah. Okay. But this one is a little different. I mean, if you look at the way if anybody listening here went to Helios and made miners or staked on Helios, let's just pull up the Helios protocol. That's the
Sorry,
best way to show it.
1 second, because we haven't even showed this table in the white paper before. We mentioned it, but we've never actually brought it up. There. What is Helios DApp off the top of your head?
Well, they rebuilding it, but it was app.helios.win. Yeah, you could go with that one. App.helios.win. And when you land on well, obviously the far left tab says Helios. Drop down, the first one you see actually is the mining, and you see a box there at the top says max length or miner length. I'm sorry, then miner power, and then the burn amplifier is 10. It defaults there. So what that meant there is that when you needed Titan-X to mint Helios, and you could choose the 10 burn amplifier, and you would need to bring up an additional Titan-X, and that would give you a higher share percentage of the stake pool than your current if you would not have used that. Now I can tell you every miner that I started and every stake that I did, I used the max burn amplifier, and it put me as a number 2 staker on Helios from my stakes, and I had considerably less tokens stake than the others. So once I saw how that worked, that's kind of what fed into this idea of on diamonds.
Okay, so if you're staking in the Diamonds protocol, you can burn additional diamonds to get bonuses. Are these figures correct? I don't want to show these. These look correct.
What you're looking at is the length bonuses there. Take your mouse and slide it to the left. Yeah, there you see burn bonuses. So these build on each other. So you start off with, see, there's a 50% right there where your mouse is. That still applies, I think, to the length bonus. Yeah, it does. And then slide directly over from the 50 there. You see 250, and then you got 150% bonus. So that 150 goes with the other 50. That's 200% bonus. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and go through this whole table. People need to go here and spend some time looking at it. But ultimately, you can burn extra diamonds and receive an extra reward. And the site itself has a built-in multiplier that's very easy for you to use. In fact, when you start from 0, you can see your bonus amount. When you add a little bit, you can see how much it's growing each time.
Okay.
And the same thing for the length. You start at 288 is your minimum, and 888 is your maximum. And you can choose different dates, and you could watch your bonus growing, and then it calculates all 3 for you. So there's nothing to be, it's not going to leave you thinking about anything. You're about to see it all.
Okay, so that's here. I mean, okay, again, we're talking through this, and like you say, I use this example all the time, but all the talk before Titan-X launched, it sounded like there was going to be pretty complicated, a lot to it. But when you actually seen the DApp, it became very, very simple, very, very straightforward. What you've built with diamonds is, you're very proud of the data that you're displaying on the DApp, how easy it is for users to get a really good picture of what everything they're doing in the protocol will do. So all these bonuses will be very, very clear. You come to stake your diamonds, you can extend the length. The longer you go, the more bonuses you get. And if you have extra diamonds after you've started a stake, you can come along and crush them to make them to give your stakes even more bonuses along the way. So all will be very clear. Hopefully we get a stream showing the DApp before the launch. But
yeah, I'd like to. We'll see. I'm not going to promise, because the developer is working tirelessly every day, getting this finished up, and he's not concerned that he won't get there. It's just I don't want to trouble him with extra requests. But anyway, I want to say this about the crush bonus. The diamonds you stake, you get back after the term that you selected, the 288 or 888. The amount of diamonds you choose to crush for the bonus, you don't get those amount back. That's a forfeit. So this is that another reduction of diamonds that helps the protocol, helps support price. And you get rewarded for it because you get a bigger share in the stake pool. So it's worth it. But for your contribution, you help and remove diamonds too.
That's a top secret, Trey. Nobody's gonna know who the dev is. Top secret. Okay, Diamond Mine uses ETH from minting. What is it? Minting to buy and add liquidity, not burn, reinforcing price stability and trading strength. So another thing built in the protocol, you've got those three things we discussed above of how diamonds can be crushed, stroke disappeared, stroke whatever. The buy and add liquidity. Give us a little quick overview of that.
Yeah, so 60% of the Ethereum that comes in from mining diamonds will be funneled into the build LP function. It starts off by ETH buying Titan X buying X28, and then X28 buying diamonds. 60% is significant amount to build a nice thick liquidity.
Yeah, so technically that's 30% of the value that comes in. 30% of all the value that comes in to mine diamonds goes to adding to the liquidity pool.
Yeah, just so people understand that point, since Blaze is half the cost and ETH is half the cost, the 60% of ETH is really only 30% of the overall cost. But that is still very significant LP build with every miner that happens.
Absolutely. Okay.
100,000 comes in, that's 30,000 added to the LP. 1 million comes in, that's 300,000 added to the LP.
Okay, that's us. Okay. Anything, Utah? Anything you want to touch on for our lovely viewers on what we were discussing in our own chat today? I think we were chatting today that is bullish for diamonds that you can think of.
Yeah. Anytime you're launching a protocol, if you're setting the initial liquidity pool with whatever token you're paired with at the bottom, it is a good strategy because you're taking on way less downside risk and a lot more potential to ride it up. And so X28, man, I think the timing's perfect for setting that initial liquidity pool. So that's a huge advantage.
Somebody's just scooped $650 worth of Blaze, almost 5,000 Blaze. I mean, if we're saying that 6,000 tokens coming out per day, minus 20% that's getting burned. You know, this person's almost got themselves a full daily auction with this $650,000 buy. Go ahead, my friend. Start stacking. Look at all this red everywhere. I've got an 11% pump this hour on the Blaze token. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Good job. Yep, that's absolutely a Chad play.
Why was I coming over here to look at? Oh yeah, X28. That's what it was. X28. So sorry, get rid of that a second. Fucking things going real slow here. We're back over $100. So the opportunity to get Titan X at less than $100 per billion is not there right now. It was there an hour ago. It's not there right this minute in time. Maybe that's still a show and no wick there. Maybe it's ETH pulling it back up a little bit. But anyway, yeah, $100 per Titan X right this minute in time. X28. What's the ratio? What's the ratio, Utah?
7.7 probably.
7.5. Okay. So what Utah's touching on here is that if we pair with X28 here, which is hopefully the bottom of the market, if X28 only goes up from here, then diamonds, it pulls diamonds up with it. So if diamonds, built on top of it can outperform X28 at this point, turn down
I
here at the
absolutely
bottom.
hope we stay down here while we launch. That would be great.
Yeah. $75 per billion, Utah. Woo!
My God, I don't get paid till Thursday. I'm still DCAing a little bit here and there, so hopefully it stays
Alice,
down.
go to the right of this where the data is for X28 and scroll down. Put 4,000 in there and see how much that gives us.
$4,000.
Yeah.
53 billion.
So if prices stay here, that's about what the amount of X28 will be in there.
Wow, that's a nice chunk of change, a nice chunk of change. 50, just looking at 50, if you're sitting on 53 billion Titan X, that's not a bad amount at the minute if you look at where that would put you in the Titan X holders list. And that's only $4,000 at this point. So looks good.
Another thing that I wanted to point out was with the diamond certificates, that's 100% buy pressure, no Genesis, no nothing, 100% buy pressure on the token and buy and burn. And there's no tokens that can be sold from those. And so that's a beautiful thing because that's a lot. That's just straight firepower that comes in with no sell pressure. And the amount that comes in with those, that's going to double. So once we launch and people want diamond certificates, they're going to have to pay twice that price.
I'm actually predicting that the users will be pumping the price, and it won't even be the liquidity, won't even be the buy and crush, it won't even be the liquidity add right away. It'll be the users because they have a demand for it.
Yeah, market buying is the only way you're going to be able to get it. So, but I mean, just looking forward in the future, anytime anybody gets those certificates, that's Ethereum going straight buy pressure with zero sell pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I love that about the certificates.
Zero sell pressure. Lovely. Fucking beautiful. You wrote this up, Utah, did you? Meet diamonds. Hi, diamonds. Ultra-scarce token took on Ethereum with 1 gold, delivering ETH rewards. And fucking massive gains, not financial advice.
Yeah, this is a good little you go ahead, Utah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can mine it, next week, and you can start your miners. But if you wait, what's the price of diamonds going to be, when this market turns around? You got 100 days to start your miners. So if you wait and you have to market buy diamonds to get in February 19th, what's the price going to be if you have to market buy them? I mean, it could be expensive.
I fucking hope so. I'm just waiting to see if either of you two are going to say anything. All right, so with only one liquidity pair, diamonds X28, 3 independent ETH paid pools designed from the ground up. Not just holding a token, you're earning a share of real ETH based on your participation. All right, okay. The design flips the usual sell pressure script by paying out ETH and aligning long-term incentives. Diamonds creates utility and scarcity. A scarcity that's baked in. I think we'll really hit home a message on that message of scarcity tonight. How much diamonds can rip Blaze off the market, and when it's ripping Blaze off the market, it in turn makes it that diamonds just gets continually harder to get as well. So interesting times ahead. every time we chat about it, I get a little bit more bullish. But I can't fucking believe that it's literally a week away. We're sitting here in the weekly blaze next week. These weeks roll around so quick. We'll be sitting here next week with this thing launching, covering the price, covering the mining, covering the buy and burn, covering everything.
I didn't even think about that. We're going to be live for the weekly blaze on launch day.
Woo! We're going to have to stream. I was saying this to you guys today. I think we're going to have to stream every day for a while after this thing launches, the way cryptographics did for tourists, because there's so many moving parts and people, you know, we've only got 60 people here watching tonight. People are going to need educated on this thing, especially if they see, hopefully there is green candles. Hopefully they see that and come looking for, come looking to find out what the hell is going on here. And there's education to happen.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the Titanx utils again, because I really want, if anybody's here, I don't know who's here, but if anybody's paying attention or watch this later, it's going to be real important to know that Blaze will be featured on all the features that Diamonds has will be in the Titanx utils, and they will be visible to all users. So whether you have the pro membership or the basic free version, they're going to be rolled out in phases as they're being completed. And the first two I've asked for is the simulator for the weekly auction and the mining simulator, because that's the first two things happening on day one, week one. So those things will roll out. The launch week is the target. So it may not be ready launch day, but it should be that week that we were able to deliver that.
So what we're talking about here is Titanx utils. We've covered it on the weekly blaze a couple of times before. We've had Dukes on run through all the details. So I have the pro version up here, and a lot of these they've done a fucking phenomenal job in building this. But a quick look, you know, you can come along to this site and see every auction protocol in the Titanx ecosystem for what they're fucking worth. But anyway, the fact is you can come along here and what they've built in is so much data they're pulling off the blockchain that it's a bit like, you know, Mike Dean's June dashboards and things, or Titanx Hub Premium, that you can really go in and dig a lot of data that you need. But Rich, you're actually paying to get a lot. So this pro version is a pay version. That the free version doesn't give you a lot of these features that let you really dig in to all the details on Titanx utils. Now they pulled all that together themselves, but you're actually paying them to create all sorts of things that will pull data from Diamonds and make it even easier for users to find information that they need here for free in Titanx utils. Is that a good overview of it?
Yes, and most importantly, what people's going to want to go there to see right off at the start is the simulator tool. So, for example, if you go to Diamonds and you don't really know what to look at just yet for the Diamond Exchange on the first few days of the launch, you can go to the simulator and you can mess around with it. Now, it's not live yet, so I can't talk about it because I don't know all the details even myself. However, I do know that the intentions is to obviously give you a simulator tool that you could use and forecast, like if this scenario was present, what it would look like for you. And what if you participated if you brought X amount of diamonds and there was X amount of ETH in there and they had 50 users or 10 users, what you would look at your portion. And I mean, it's just things like that. That's the intention of it. So to be for mining and for the weekly exchange, those two options should be available week one of the rollout. And each week we're going to add another. Well, the goal is to each week add another feature to the Titanx utils until all of them are covered that cover the Diamonds protocol.
Yeah, I'm trying to click in to give people an idea of what you mean by that. The like one of these ROI calculators. I don't know why I want to click it. It's not bringing it up for me. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's not working.
So
Mining.
go to the tools tab. Yeah, there's a mining simulator, and it's got tax simulator. It's got Hart's law calculator.
Where is it? Sorry.
The
Tools.
tools tab.
Mining simulators. Okay.
Yeah, click mining simulators,
We'll
and
just to give people an idea of what, so you'll have this for diamonds. For this is a paid feature on the site, but it'll be free for diamonds.
right.
Okay. Well, you have just now that because what just popping in my head. Will you have a link on the Diamonds DApp to Titanx utils when these things are live?
I haven't thought about that, but that's a good point.
Yeah, it just popped into my head there as you were saying about it. You know, people coming along to the DApp that maybe want, want more information, want more data to make your choices. Click here, through Titanx utils. Anyway, sideline, but yeah, it's you'll be able to come along for Titanx here. This simulates, if you're ETH value, how much ETH you're going to put in, how much duration you're going to do. It'll calculate. It's going to show some ridiculous fucking menace figure, but anyway, yeah. It's just even what they've got built in. It shows if you were to participate with one ETH, where all that ETH goes. Yeah, and then it's going to show you all the data from your nice 90 minus 98% return on investment there. But yeah, you get the picture. It's more data to help you make your decisions. See, and even looking at this, somebody that didn't know about Titanx had seen, they'll be able to see that they're putting one ETH in, where their ETH is actually going. So they do a great job at pulling the data that you need to know. So the fact you're paying them for all these features for Diamonds users is fucking amazing, Rich.
Yeah, we kind of it's a twofold advantage there. I mean, we want to bring some eyes to the Titanx util site because they've done an amazing job there. That's one reason. Number two, and most importantly, though, is that we want people to understand and learn how to work with those tools specifically for diamonds.
Well said. Yeah, I was just about to say there, you blow me away every day, Rich, as we go through this. I didn't even know you were okay. First thing is the amount of the amount of detail in each what you call portal on the Diamonds DApp. So if you go into the Diamond certificate, all the information for Diamond certificates is there. Same thing. If you go into any feature on the Diamonds DApp, you already have a ton of data displayed to make it easier for the users to understand what's going on and make decisions based on the information that they have. You're very data driven. But the fact that you've actually got this going, I didn't even know you were doing that with Titan. Actually tells you only dropped that alpha today. So I commend you for the amount of effort you've put in pulling this thing together.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm full of surprises. But yeah, so there will be a little bit of overlap. It's obvious because there'll be some things on the site and may see some duplication, but overall it will be a more extensive version on Titanx utils where it applies.
Okay, just a quick look at the ROIs pop back up. Somebody pumping the price. Looking at the auctions, this was down a couple of percent earlier on. But just with that pumping price, there's a better deal again in the auction for getting some Blaze tokens now. With that $650 buy during the stream there tonight. That's
so wait, let's stop. Yeah, let's stop there for a second. So this is a prime example. We were just looking at 2.97% or 2.67, whatever. It was close to that. And then that 600 or something, maybe another $80 buy came in behind it. So you're looking at $700 already increased to 12% ROI. So if you can imagine how this thing will start pumping when there's no circulating supply of Blaze on the market. Everybody who's sitting on big piles have already gone in diamonds on week 1, week 2. By that time, most of the people have depleted their stock, and now they want more. Maybe they compounded into the system and got more ETH, and now they're coming back in and they need more Blaze. Well, this is where they're going to meet auctions again on Blaze. So they're going to cause a buy pressure on the DEX. Once it runs out, this ROI is going to go higher as the price goes higher. And that means more people will come into the auctions because there's an ROI there to get that supply that's coming tomorrow. This is a flywheel. I hate to use the word flywheel. What's another word for this? This self-fulfilling prophecy? I don't know.
We'll call it that.
It's a supply and demand issue. It's a supply and demand issue. You use the current supply. You know the only supply coming is from auctions each day. Then there's the demand on Blaze token. And when you create the demand on Blaze token, all the current stakers in the Diamond Hand Club pool are going to be happy as ETH starts flowing in exponentially. I would love to see us quadruple that current ETH pool for the Diamond Hand Club.
I agree.
$2 million bucks.
There's we've covered a lot there tonight. Anything else you think we need to hit on? Obviously, we're getting close to a launch. I think if anybody that's been tuning into the streams will have a decent idea of what's going on. Do you think we've missed anything important out tonight? You've been listening, Rich, anything you can think of?
When you talk all the time, I don't know, you run out of things to think about. So no, let's ask and see if I'm going to get questions.
The only thing I see there, just curious, would you guys use a deflationary Titan X28 farm that burns the BOTs and creates deflation on your favorite BOT tokens? Maybe.
I don't even understand that. Can you explain it to me?
A farm?
How would a farm come into play here?
I don't know. I don't really care.
I'm trying to understand the question.
If he wants to ask more, put more detail in there, maybe.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add. Just a lot of deflationary mechanics here, and the way that these two protocols benefit each other is absolute beauty. And yep, I think being early and starting miners is probably a good play. Not financial advice.
Where's this wick coming back up to? How big is this wick going to be by tomorrow morning?
No clue.
Whoop.
Candles coming. Hey, candles coming threes.
Hey, let's test your theory. 1.
And that's 2 so far.
1, 1, 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3. What the fuck are you talking about, Rich?
The red candles. Look at each one of those cycles in red.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 or 4.
Yeah. So you could catch the follow knife, or you can be careful.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Hey guys, I gotta jump off.
Okay.
Bye.
What you did, boot him?
Yeah, just kick him off. I'm only fucking about Utah. You can say your final piece. How brutal is it out there? And do people want to hold the line?
Hold the line. Scoop X28. Scoop Titan. Let's go. Get that cheap
Believers
too.
discount. Does that believers discount still apply?
Still applies. Hell yeah, it does. Under $100.
$75 a billion. X28.
$75 for a billion. Hell yeah.
I was awful optimistic that we would bring X28 to parity before launch, but sometimes these things just more challenging than they appear. but I still think we'll get there. I thought we'd get there before launch.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to touch on there, Rich?
I got nothing.
I got nothing. Okay. I think we did a good job there tonight, digging in deep into a few other bits and pieces. We will, suppose, what's today, Tuesday? I suppose we'll need to be streaming. Hopefully, I wonder. Go ahead.
Mike Dean on 11/8, 4 more days, Saturday.
What?
We should be having a video stream with Mike Dean to talk over like he used to do back in the good old days.
Oh, fuck, happy days. You lined that up with him, did you, for this weekend?
Yes. And he's still on vacation, and he's traveling, I think, tomorrow back home. And if all goes well and we don't have any cancellation, then we should have a live stream with Mike Dean this Saturday. And we'll go over it in the old fashioned with the little diagram, and he'll talk through and ask us questions, and he'll poke holes in it and criticize. But no, love Mike Dean to death. He's a major pillar in this community, and
that could be something a little bit different at the minute. Okay, that hasn't been done for a long time. That could be something different that finally, we have a lot of the same viewers come in, probably a lot of the same participants at the minute. That could be the thing that maybe sparks a few new people to go, holy shit, this is pretty cool what they've got built here. Because I think people definitely in the ecosystem, not even just our ecosystem, I think crypto in general, there's a lot of fucking fatigue out there. I'd be guilty of it too. You look at a protocol and just, unless it really stands out, you just kind of roll your eyes and go, fuck sake, here we go again. And many people could be, saying and looking at diamonds that way. Here's another protocol in the ecosystem, and don't even really give it the time to learn what's going on. People have their favorites out there people have their favorites out in wider crypto, but also even in the Titanx ecosystem. People have their favorites and may underestimate what we're building here. Hopefully the stream may change a few people's perceptions and ideas of what we've got going on.
I think that the key number one takeaway I want people to have right here is that I don't think we've seen a mining protocol that starts off deflationary day one. I mean, there will be supply coming each day, but it'll be daily reducing from the input that came in. Like most protocols give you a bonus or some advantage for waiting, or some factor that makes it exponentially more than you put in if you wait a certain amount of time. This will be deflationary from day one from what you started with. That needs to resonate.
To drop this.
Mic drop, huh? No, I mean, that's a key point. Really, it is. It's I don't think I've seen. Can anybody think of one case where that's been?
No. Let's see. Mining protocols.
Well, I don't want to compare against our community, but I'm just thinking in general in the crypto space. I don't know of a mining protocol that doesn't, increase the supply exponentially.
No, I just want to look. There's an overview there that just shows. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe it's only in the auction protocols. It shows the current ROIs. It's just, hopefully it can be an exception to a lot of the mining protocols. Aren't showing too great an ROI. Hopefully diamonds can be an outlier in that and have a nice positive ROI for a long time into the future. We'll see. Okay, we'll start wrapping up here anyway. And nothing else you want to touch on?
Let me come back in 15 minutes. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
All right, so you've got a sweet. I'll be here streaming on Thursday night anyway. More updates. Maybe we'll have a little bit more information. Maybe something new we can share. But I think with a week to go until launch, we will be streaming Thursday. There'll be a stream with Mike Dean on Saturday. Is he coming? Is he? Will that be the regular 8 p.m. UK time that we've been doing the community streams?
Well, we haven't set a time yet, and that's something I'll get clarification on as we, I don't know, get another day into this week. He's, like I said, he's traveling tomorrow. He needs to get his feet on the ground where he lives. So,
okay. Well, I would say there'll be a stream. We'll be doing our usual. Well, we'll be doing a stream this Thursday, covering more. Hopefully, we'll get maybe some questions from the community. We'll be running through everything again. A lot of the stuff we've talked about here tonight. Maybe some new angles will come up on it. Maybe we'll have some more images and things we can share from the DApp. And we'll be streaming one way or another. There'll be a stream on Saturday. And then we'll be like a few days away from launch by that stage. So I would say we will be, I was mentioning this to you guys earlier. When this thing, and mentioned in the stream here tonight, when this thing launches, we're going to have to either stream or have VCs every day. For the amount of moving parts going on, there's going to need to be a lot of education. As you can see, I have for many, many months. Where's this fucking set?
You know, there's something that's funny. When I sat down to write the white paper, I was taking pride in the fact that I had it in one page. And it evolved to what, 5 now, 6 now, I don't know. And there's even more missing that needs to be in there. But I'm disappointed because I wanted a one pager. But this, even though we've looked at this so long and we understand it because it's been tinkered with for so long, it is more complex than I imagined. I tried to explain it to somebody over the weekend, and basically he said, "I just want the NFTs. Shut up."
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that catches you out a lot of times. Okay, when you try to give an elevator pitch to something like this, it's difficult because there's so much to it. You know, when you try to wrap it up, you need people to be willing to listen for a while, to understand all the moving parts and how the two protocols lean into each other. Yes, you can just come in and with Ethereum, and you've made it simple as well. You can come in with Ethereum and just participate with ETH and do nothing else, or just buy the token with ETH and do nothing else. But it's fucking no wonder it's it's not even that beefed out, the white paper, but there's a lot of information to cover. There's a lot of fucking points to give people and a lot of things to discuss within it. So it needs those 5 pages. But look, I wonder, let me see. I've got all these old backgrounds that have been used over time. GoatX, Ascend.
There's a question. There's a statement in the chat we need to address.
Yeah.
So it says, where is the website to mint diamonds? It shouldn't be hard to find. Links on every X post and YouTube stream should be done. Well, first off, when you put links in X, you will get downvoted. You will get whatever. They may even block you. I don't know. So what we try to do is direct people to the Blaze X handle. And when you get to the Blaze X handle, the Diamonds website will be on it. And you can also, put it back like you had it just a minute ago with our profiles. Well, go ahead and show that. Yeah, go ahead and show what you're doing.
No, it's okay.
Yep. Yeah, see that right here in my name, it's got diamonds1111.win.
Diamonds1111.win. I should maybe change mine for let me see. Let me do that live. So that's important at this minute in time. But yeah, I was just going to share the the stage.
So YouTube, we absolutely should put it on the YouTube because we can add it there. But also go to the Blaze handle, click on the profile, you see it right there. So Ben, confirm that you see all this. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, good question. That's a recent thing that it fucks you up, the algorithm. Any links you put in that takes people away from X, it goes as marks against you. It's pretty annoying because you've got a lot of the times on Twitter, you've got to post links to Telegram to get people into Telegram. You've got to post links to YouTube to get people to watch your videos. You've got to post links to your dApps to get people to go and buy and participate. But unfortunately, at the minute, you get penalized for doing that. So that's why it's only sitting here. Hopefully.
Yeah. There's one other point I want to bring up to Ben is if you're new or hadn't come on lately, only the Diamond Certificate store is live at the moment. The remaining portals or modules open up on 11/11, which is next Tuesday. So you could go to the website maybe and show them the Diamond Certificate store.
Well, let's test the link works. Boop.
Yeah, your mouse is over it right now. Yeah, click the building. Yep, you pull up the store, you can, and this is partially active. Once on 11/11, these other boxes below will be active, fully active.
Yeah, all this, boop, boop.
All of those will be active, right? So again, this was to build a community around this website, have something to talk about, and to create a buy and burn supply for day one when we launch this token.
Yeah, so you cut okay. Well, look at Blaze. Blaze, you come along to Blaze, you can participate in the auction. You can stake. Right, some of my fucking computer's fucking about tonight. You can stake. You can check your rewards. You can call a buy and burn. Call Bam Burn.
I wouldn't recommend staking on Blaze because the Diamonds protocol is going to be coming in hot.
Coming in hot, and it's definitely not the best play for bang for your buck at the minute. But I'm just showing this because there's Blaze does quite a lot as a protocol. But again, when you come to the Diamonds dApp, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things that you can kind of click into and play around with. Then you're going to have all the data on Titan X Utils as well. So shit ton of stuff going on. Great job, Rich.
Yes, Ray, real quick. All the modules will be active on 11/11. I don't know the exact time. That'll be to be determined.
Yeah, you give us a bit of a run through the screenshots of the various. Rich calls these portals, taking you into a different realm or a different world, but he calls them portals. So the Diamond Vault, you click into this portal. Each separate page or portal. We did run through them last week, but I would like to have.
If you want, I could. I don't want to go through all the data, but I can just show them here as teasers.
Yeah, show them because I wouldn't mind. Maybe that's a good format for a stream. Is to on Thursday. Would be let me, if you're not available, I wouldn't mind actually using those and talking through them.
Yeah, the good thing is come Thursday or whenever, they would be more relevant, like updated.
Okay. Somebody wants teased.
Let me see. I'm actually looking how I labeled this folder. 1 minute.
The best way to tease is to say, nope, that's it. We'll show you them on Thursday. Goodbye. You just click end stream. Let's see. Media. All right, while you're looking for it, I'm going to play my favorite song of the moment.
Down in the crypto holler, there's a gem called Diamond Bright. 4 ways to join the fun, each one standing on its own right. Pick 1, 2, 3 or all, no strings to tie 'em tight. Check the white paper for details, it'll set you straight tonight. Oh, diamonds, shiny diamonds, independent as can be. Mix 'em up or pick a favorite, works for you and me. Diamonds, shiny diamonds, easy ways to win the game. Yeehaw, grab you, holler out the diamond's name. On 10 20.
That's enough of that.
I found it.
All right, what you got?
I'm coming in to share right now.
Diamonds are forever. The crown jewels keep. Diamonds are forever. Large whispers of the sea. Diamonds are forever. A blaze that cracks the night. Diamonds are forever. Your ticket to the flight.
Can you see
Yep.
what I'm sharing here?
Yeah.
So this is the diamond vault is the diamond staking. And I'm not going to go through all these right now because we've already been on this stream for a long time. But ultimately, you down here, you will see your active miners. If you click this, you'll see completed miners. And this data is something you're used to seeing when you mine. Actually, staking. This is staking. This is your stakes, and you would see these types of categories when you go to a staking protocol. Anyway, this is the rewards, 88 days, 288 days. You'll have an ETH and a Blaze balance. And this is what I was saying earlier about your bonuses. I guess I can show that while you're here. So if you enter, say 100 diamonds here, this will default to the max days of 888. And you'll probably have a minimum button if you wanted to go to 288. But if you're on 288, you won't have a length bonus share here. It'll be 0. And if you don't put any additional diamonds here, this will be 0. But if you add diamonds in this category here, you will get bonus indicated right there. So you'll be able to see your bonuses and your base shares. It'll give you total, and it'll show you right away what percentage of the pool you're going to be. And if you got any rewards to claim, you'll have that right there.
52 ETH, nice.
This is the billboard. So when you click on it, you're going to see stats. Obviously, this is the Blaze supply. So this, when you see the stats, you're going to be scrolling down on it to get to this screen. And I do have the diamonds, and it's a little bit further down. But since I'm looking at Blaze, I'll tell you about it. This is going to give you the LP. The current Blaze LP supply. And if we start a V3, it'll be looking at V3 and V2. And it'll show liquid supply is in everybody's wallet. And then you could see this is actually going to say Blaze, not diamonds. That's not correct. This is mostly the designer's work, and the data, just ignore it because it's the designers putting stuff there. This is the diamond certificate store. When it finishes going live, this is what's going to be active at the bottom. We'll see, the Blaze staking. You'll see how much of the diamond protocol is in the Blaze stake. Currently, there's 2 million Blazes staked. Obviously, we're going to start off small. But as we get bigger, this blue will get bigger and hopefully overtake this gray. If this is the stake, like every 7 days, we'll be able to stake what Blaze have come into the Diamonds protocol from mining. There was just no need to have people calling it all the time, is why it's once every seven, maybe 8 days, whatever it is. I don't quite know. Anyway, the rest of this you can see already from the live store. Oops, one back. Maybe not. Diamond Crusher. What, you had something to say?
Nope.
Okay, so this is the Diamond Crusher. Only thing people doing here is maybe getting a small incentive, but otherwise moving the ball down the field. We'll start off with this ETH. Matter of fact, the Diamond certificate sales, as soon as the Diamond Crusher goes live, you'll see the ETH that we've accumulated right here. And this is the reason it says historical, because we're going to be tracking it from day one. And if, say, we did reach day 400, you'll see how much ETH has come into this thing from day one and how much diamonds have been crushed from day one. moves from Titan-X to X28 and then X28 to diamonds. This box here will be set on the circuit breaker. These two are not on the circuit breaker. So these will be, these are admin adjusted functions, but they will be active so that we can be sitting here in X28 waiting to buy diamonds. Actually not sitting here. We'll be sitting here with X28 waiting to buy diamonds, and it will be governed by the circuit breaker and what ROI we set it at. Oops, I get ahead of myself. Liquidity.
No, I just wanted you to. I didn't want you to give all the details of each one. Just wanted you to show them, and then we'll run through them all in detail on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Well, anyway, this is the stockpile. Same way, it works the same way as the crusher. There's the diamond supply. It's pretty simple here, and then it'll break down these categories. Let me back up and show the ones we missed. This is the mining portal or module, whatever you want to call it. Same thing at the bottom, like the stakes you'll see. You normally see those.
Important thing on that is the ETH thing at the top as well. ETH or ETH and Blaze.
Right. The reason we got this 2 times because one is ETH. The next screen looks the same because it's ETH and Blaze. So it's real neat. I'll let you explain all this Thursday. This is another cool feature. So this is the billboard again, and it's going to have 3 tabs here. The first one is just your normal stats that we looked at with Blaze and diamonds. The middle is going to be your price ratios. And this is where we're going to, in this space right here is where we're going to add the easy buy for ETH to diamonds. So you don't have to go looking for, you don't have to go get Titan-X, you don't have to go get X28. You basically come here with ETH and you'll end up with diamonds. It'll be a buy function. I don't quite know how it works. Maybe it pulls up Uniswap. Maybe it pulls up, I don't know at this moment. I don't forgot the details. However, I do know it's going to be easy button that you're able to buy with ETH all the way into diamonds. And this way, when you get it here, now you can go into the diamond exchange or you can put it in staking. This analytics is coming later. So aside from Titan-X utils and aside from all the data that we already have, this analytic tabs is going to have charts and different things that we don't see anywhere else. And this would be akin to the Dune charts that you've seen with Mike Dean previously on what he's provided. What did I miss? Anything?
Oh, no.
Yes. Real quick, I'll say this. This was our early design, and I struggled a lot to get something I liked. And I'd have to say that even though this looks kind of cool, I'm not really settled on it. So we are looking at upgrading this homepage right now. I got some iterations today, and they were off from what I thought I was going to be receiving. So even though it was amazing looking, it really didn't go too well with the conceptual design. So we're still working at that. And maybe tomorrow or even the next day, I'll have another iteration to review. But we're looking to improve this, even though it looks cool. The reason you see so much space is because it's hard to determine what everybody's screen size is going to be. And they also proposed to me a new Diamonds logo. I'm pretty partial to this one. I like it.
What's different about that? It looks the same. Is it not the same?
No, it is the same. And I'm just trying to say this is the logo, and I do like it. They're trying to propose a new design, and I said sure I'd like to look, but I'm pretty partial to this one. I like it.
Yeah, it's fucking bang on. I like it.
So we may not be changing the logo. That's pretty much it for the modules.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna dig into them on Thursday night. Hopefully, yeah, maybe I don't know. You about Thursday or what's the story?
More than likely, I've got a pretty slow week this week. We poured some concrete on Thursday, but it's a small amount. I should be finished early. All
right, great job tonight, Rich. Everything is looking pretty sweet. Diamonds at the minute. Looking forward to more streams and a launch next Tuesday.
Man, I couldn't be more excited. We've been working on this since March of this year. It's
Well,
been
I haven't,
incubating.
I didn't, I haven't been working on it with you guys since then at all. But um, it's been like I can take no credit for any of the tokenomics in this thing, no credit whatsoever. There's a lot of other smart people have pulled this thing together. I'm just here to help discuss it and be a supporter of it. Even whenever I seen the first few versions, or not the first, like seen a kind of version that you in Utah first showed to me, it evolved a lot from that through your discussions and plannings. So I think it's pretty fucking epic what you have come up with.
Yes, Utah contributed quite a bit into some great ideas that we have in the current design. He actually came on kind of late. I had already been working on this for quite some time, and basically I approached him after it was already underway. But he did bring some and that's what I was going to point out is, when you have delays when you're coming up with a project idea, it's not always a bad thing, because sometimes another set of eyes, another way of looking at it, another perspective, another devil's advocate or challenge to your idea, and then somebody says something, you argue about it, and you're like, holy shit, that's a good idea. So, I mean, the fact that it took so long allowed it to get it to this level of what I would say it's a polished diamond.
I haven't heard you use that one before. Nice, love it. Right, on that note, good night, my friend. I'll catch up with you tomorrow, and we'll be streaming again the next few days.
All right, cheers.
Okay, I hope you enjoy that stream tonight. Quite a light-hearted discussion of all the details of diamonds. Definitely alpha in there. This thing is fucking rock solid. Looks really epic, and I'm hoping that it can. Obviously, not enough people paying attention at the minute, but I'm hoping that whenever this thing launches, we can, through either the ROIs, the DAP, or the price chart moving, or Blaze chart moving, whatever it may be. I hope that we get a successful launch and that will bring more eyes in, because when people dig into this thing, they're going to see all these wonderful things we talked about tonight. And hopefully when it launches, they all work in harmony and unison, and you get a lot of participation. And even if the market looks like it sucks, we can create our own little bull market in Blaze and diamonds. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you again on Thursday. Catch us in the Telegram, t.me/Blaze DeFi, and come in there to learn all about Blaze and diamonds. So thanks again everybody for tuning in tonight, and I'll see you again in a couple of days.
Diamonds are forever, the crown jewels keep. Diamonds are forever, loud whispers of the sea. Diamonds are forever, a blaze that cracks the night. Diamonds are forever, your ticket to the flight. NFTs, baby, sharp as diamond claws. 28 days of flex, no room for flaws. Stake your claim, don't fold, don't sell, just rise. Diamond mines the prize under crypto skies.
And I thought I was gone. I just want to say before we disappear that red candles, green candles, we're always here. If you're struggling today with what's going on in the markets, maybe take a little bit of a break. I don't know whether you want to be letting your emotions, take over your financial decisions. It is pretty rough out there today. These huge red candles can end up as massive wicks on the chart. So, just be careful out there, folks. I've seen a lot of people getting, this market is as choppy as I have ever seen it. So, yeah, just stay safe out there. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. And yeah, good luck.
Oh, darling, lean in close for diamonds. The sultry Ethereum Temptress making Blaze and X28 tokens sparkle with irresistible fire. 3 steamy payout pools lavish you with ETH, crushing sell pressure and whispering sweet utility in your ear. Drama? Please. We've got pure diamond desire. Slide those diamonds into the vault. Tease up to 888 for shares that'll make you shiver. Craving more? Crush extras for a bonus that'll leave your wallet begging. Payout seduce. 60% at 88 days. 40% at 288. Effortless, eternal, and oh so enticing. Baby, dive into the diamond's allure now. You know you want to.